Ladies and gentlemen.
You feel like you don't want to hate on the Patriots, but you want to hate on the Patriots. It's because I'm a Patriot fan.
New song now, a new favorite song,
which is
They Not Like Us.
They Not Like Us.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Doug Saravo Show, which is brought to you by our good friends at Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. It is Dougie and Mendoza. And Big Dave, is it me, or did this NFL season fly by?
For sure. And it was a crazy NFL season.
Yeah.
A lot of things we didn't suspect, like the Chiefs missing this playoffs.
I called that one.
I called the Ravens missing the playoffs.
You called that one.
Yeah, man. The Lions missing the playoffs.
Who would have thought that? 9-8.
Yeah, man. Like, you look at this season and the way it's gone, betting, man, you would have probably lost most of your bets.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They fell off completely, the Detroit Lions. They went from 15 wins to 9 wins. Who would have thought that, honestly? Who would have thought that?
Yep.
I was not expecting that. I thought they'd be dominant.
Playoffs.
Tampa Bay collapsed big time. They were 6-2.
Yep.
So it's a weird but interesting NFL season. To think Mike Tomlin was this close to being fired, and it happened to be John Harbaugh getting fired.
Well, who's to say that Tomlin doesn't get fired if they miss the playoffs, if they're one and done?
I mean, that's a possibility.
So,
That is still a possibility, Mike Tomlin getting fired. They played good football down the stretch, but that was a weird division. NFC South, weird division. Been a weird season.
well, if Harbaugh could get fired, I think anybody get fired.
Yeah, and he could be the next Giants head coach, and I would love that move. I would love John Harbaugh as a New York Giant.
I mean, 9 teams looking at him right now. 9.
Yeah.
I think 8 of them don't have head coaches right now.
Mm-hmm. Coming into this season, I was not expecting him to be fired. So it's going to be interesting. Mike McDaniel got the axe today. Who knows what Tua's future would be like, but interesting day so far.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to see a bunch of people moving around. So don't count all your eggs in the basket, because anybody can go, as we can tell, and there's going to be some movements. Mike McDaniels, Harbaugh, Stefanski's still out there now.
Yeah.
There's just so many head coaches that could be available. It's a crazy thing. Mike McDaniels, I don't think he's the best head coach, but he's not the worst head coach.
He's not. He's not the worst.
Not talk at conferences. Like, they need to just hire somebody to talk for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not winning unless you're winning.
Yeah, and if you're losing, you're losing.
And if you're losing, you're losing.
I saw that clip. I was dying the way he was giving his analysis.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Like, he can make a good offensive coordinator. Like, as a Giant fan, I take Harbaugh as head coach, McDaniel as OC. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, he got stuck in a bad situation in Miami with the Tua injuries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe if he had a mobile quarterback that was a lot better, he'd be in a better situation. Because truthfully, I don't think Tua is horrible, but Tua is just, slowly declined a lot faster than a lot of players.
Yeah, very fast. I don't know if it has to do with his concussions or his injuries, but it went downhill fast. And the way Tua speaks sometimes, it's like something's wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying something's not right.
Yeah, there's something definitely wrong.
All right, so Big Dave, you want to give us your bracket for this postseason on what we got?
Yeah, let's see what we can do here.
Let's see what Big Dave has for us.
All right. We'll start at the top. Good old Bears Packers. See, this is a tough game for me because I feel like both teams don't have a good wide, like a number one wide receiver.
Yeah.
So it can go either way. So the Packers are well rested coming in here. The Bears, I don't know if the pressure is going to get to them. With this is going to be a tough game. I think all of them are going to be tough games.
Yeah, it's weird.
But truthfully, I'm still going to go with the Packers.
I like that pick, honestly. I really like the Packers for that game.
I like the Packers. I like the way they're going. So I'll take the Packers. 49ers, Eagles. You know what? Give me the 49ers because the Eagles, I don't know. They're running on what's his name? The head coach is Nick Sirianni's playbook, and his playbook is straight horrible for that.
Yeah, it's been terrible.
Yeah. So give me the 49ers. I like their run. Christian McCaffrey's still a threat. They still got wide receivers there. I know that the Eagles have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Like, there's so many players. There's Saquon in the backfield, but I just don't like the play calling.
I agree with you. That's why they've been inconsistent this year.
Yeah. Panthers, Rams. Give me the Rams. The Panthers barely got in. They're a good team. They're just not great yet.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
So now we're going to go on to the AFC side. Patriots, Chargers. You'll say I'm biased, but I just think the Patriots are the better team. I think that, truthfully, they're having fun. Mike Vrabel's an excellent head coach over there. They got Josh McDaniels back as the offensive coordinator. That showed, hey, we don't just have to pass the ball. We can run the ball as well. Herbert's been dealing with like 50 different offensive lines over there. And he's now he has his wrist injury in his left hand. I don't trust it. So give me New England.
And I love how you said, oh, you're going to say I'm biased. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have them losing the first round, but it's just the problem to me is the Chargers have been skidding by. And
yeah, they're lucky to be there.
With their offensive line, there's like 50 different types of offensive line they've been trying to get through and this and that. And then Herbert hurt his hand.
Mm-hmm.
He rested last week. The Patriots didn't rest any players last week, so they're still going strong. And when you get the bye and you rest, usually it's never a good thing for you.
Yeah, Chargers are lucky there.
Yeah, so I think the Patriots still beat them out. Buffalo, Jaguars. You're going to say I'm a Josh Allen hater, which I am because he's on the Bills. But this Jags team is totally different, man. This Jags team is on a hot streak. They're playing well together. They're having fun. So give me the Jags, baby.
Duval.
Texans, Steelers. Okay, see, this is a game that I've talked about with people. People have given me insight on this. The Texans on their 10-game win streak haven't really played anybody well. And I don't trust CJ Stroud in the cold. Yes, I know Rodgers is old, but they still have a backfield, a good running team. So I'm going to take the Steelers. What a matchup. We're going to stay on the AFC side.
And you know what's crazy?
What's up?
These are a lot of rematches. So Broncos, Pittsburgh is rematch of today, the 2012 Tebow to Thomas. Patriots, Jaguars rematch of AFC title game 2017. Rams, Niners rematch of 21 conference championship. Packers, Seahawks rematch of 2014 conference championship. So a lot of familiar faces.
We're going to stay on the AFC side. Denver versus Pittsburgh. I think the Denver D is going to be a little too much for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are slowly going to digress, especially with Rodgers going into that high altitude in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take Denver with that one.
Makes sense.
The Patriots versus the Jags. Now, this is going to be a great matchup. And people will, if this matchup happens, it's going to be a close game. I am going to be a little biased and say my Patriots are going to win just because Trevor Lawrence, for some reason, under pressure, does not play that well. And you got to go after. See, the only way I could see the Jaguars really winning this game is their receivers have to be on point. And Brian Thomas has not been on point all season. So you're going to lead with Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers is probably going to be locked up with Christian Gonzalez, one of the best backs in the league. Okay. So now you got to deal with trying to run the ball from a Patriots team that is great at stopping the run.
They are.
And I don't think the Jags defense is that good enough to stop the New England Patriots. So close game, maybe Patriots win by 3 or 5. I think it's going to be closer than, people think. NFC side, Green Bay versus Seattle.
And that's a rematch of 2016.
Yeah. Seattle, I got Seattle winning. I know I feel like they're not that great, but they put up points.
They do.
And Green Bay, I don't think they're going to be able to put up points as much points against Seattle. It's going to be a Seattle maybe 34-35 to Green Bay's 21.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think that outcome's going to be. Rams 49ers is going to be a good matchup. I still think the Rams have it in them to make it pretty far. Stafford, best 1 yard line touchdown quarterback this season. So got Puka over there. Devontae Adams is probably going to be back and healthy. Kyron Williams in the backfield. Stafford in that pocket. I'm going to take the Rams. And by the way, that game's going to come down to systems. Whose system is better, the Rams or the 49ers?
Yeah, that's going to be a good game.
Now we're going to go to the Rams versus the Seahawks. Now this is going to be a good game.
It's going to be.
Should be a high-scoring game. And truthfully, I don't know why, but I don't think the Seahawks are going to get that edge. I think the Rams beat them. And I've been saying it all this season. I think the Rams are that team to still beat. I think when the pressure's on, they're going to win games. And I could see them getting into the Super Bowl.
Dave, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Mike is confused.
What's that? Confused with what?
I guess he doesn't understand the seeding and how it resets.
What do you mean how it resets?
Because see, he wrote Broncos play the winner, Chargers, Patriots. Confused, maybe heard this wrong.
No, the Broncos have to play the lowest seed.
Yeah, so it resets.
What do you mean?
Meaning they're going to play the lowest seed and not how it is on the bracket.
No, they would have played the Steelers.
Yeah, but I don't think Mike understands. I think he thinks it goes in order.
No, your 1 seed gets the bye. Whoever. All right, so your wild card teams were Patriots, Chargers, Jags, Buffalo, Steelers, Texans. All right. So I got the Patriots, Jags, and Steelers winning, which means your Steelers are your lowest seed. They're going to have to play Denver.
Yeah, correct.
Patriots will play the Jags because they play the higher seed.
Correct.
So I got the Patriots winning against the Jags and the Broncos winning against the Steelers, which will put them both in the AFC Championship.
Correct.
So I don't understand where the confusion is.
Yeah, I'm just reading what
Maybe
it
his
says.
seeding is a little wrong. Maybe he thinks the seeding is off.
Could be. I don't know. I'm just going with what it says.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Because I got the Rams going to the Super Bowl on this side. And then you got your AFC Championship still not done. I didn't finish that side. Maybe he just doesn't realize that I'm not done with the AFC Championship side.
I could be. I don't know. I'm just going by what I saw.
I don't know. Well, you got the Broncos and Patriots. That's our final matchup, AFC Championship. This is going to be a tough game, but I truly don't believe that the Broncos can score points. And when you can't score points, you're not going to win. So call me biased. Once again, I got the Patriots. Now, this matchup is going to be not a lot closer. This matchup is going to be, oh man, this matchup is going to be insane. I really don't know who's going to win this game. You got a 2 seed versus a 5 seed. Obviously, that would favor the 2 seed, but they're going to be playing on the West Coast. LA is basically playing home.
Basically. Ooh, is Dave going against his boys?
And this is a tough one. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to stay biased and pick my New England Patriots. Sorry. Hate me if you want. I'm picking those New England Patriots.
All right, so let's see. We got delusional Drust, and we got biased Dave.
Hey, at least I'm truthful about it. Drake, May, baby.
Yeah, but he's not going to have the experience when it comes to postseason football. Let's put it out there. All right, Big Dave, you want to hear my bracket?
Chargers, hold on. Sorry. Check Broncos play the winner of the Chargers and the Patriots.
Yeah, that's why I was a little bit confused.
Of the Chargers and the Patriots. Oh, what he's saying is Broncos. He's saying that the Broncos are going to play the winner of the Patriots Chargers. No, they don't play the winner of the Patriots Chargers. The bracket's set up funny. So it looks like they're going to play the winner of the Patriots and the Chargers, but in reality, they're going to play the lowest seed.
Yeah, it resets.
Yeah. I think it's what's confusing people is the way the bracket is set up. Because if you look at it, Seattle's right next to Green Bay and Chargers. It would look like if they were going to play the winner of the Green Bay Chargers game, which they would if Green Bay wins.
Yeah.
But if Green Bay loses, they would play the lowest seed after that.
Mm-hmm. It's not like the college football bracket where it goes in order.
Yeah.
All right, Big Dave, you ready to hear mine?
Let's go.
Where should we start? AFC or NFC?
You might as well get it out the way and do the AFC because you don't like you got the Patriots and the Steelers there. 2 teams that you think are not going to make it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm not always a Dave hater like you like to imply. So the first matchup, Patriots and Chargers, I am going with the Patriots just because I do not trust a team going from the warm to the cold. And I also don't trust Herbert and his hand. And the Chargers, for some reason, always find a way to lose in big games. We saw it a few years ago where they were leading Jacksonville by, 27-0, and they found a way to lose that one. So I'm going to go with Drake May and the New England Patriots to win this game. Shocker, but I see it. Now, all year long, I've been saying this is Josh Allen's to lose. Yep. No one's in his way. But you know what? You know who's in his way this time? Trevor Lawrence, Liam Cohen. They've been playing great football. Jacoby Myers, like you said, is coming over. He's going to make a difference. I know all year I've been saying Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, but I'm really scared for them in this matchup. So I'm going with Jacksonville. That's the first. I don't think you expected me to go against Buffalo in this, but that matchup, I have to go with Jacksonville.
I mean, truthfully, man, with the Buffalo Bills, it's been so close games where you're like, can I trust this team or not?
Mm-hmm.
And the Jags are just on a hot streak where you're going to be like, I need to take them.
Yeah, I'm going with Jacksonville. I really am. Houston and Steelers. So for the last 8 years, we've seen the Steelers go one and done. I think they go one and done again. I do not trust the 42-year-old quarterback in Aaron Rodgers going up against a great defense in the Houston Texans. I'm going to go with C.J. Stroud. I think he's up and coming. He has a lot to prove. You know, he's from Ohio State, and all they do is win. So I am going to go with the former Buckeye C.J. Stroud getting his second career playoff win, or maybe it's his third.
I don't understand that. All they do is win. They got eliminated from the college football playoffs.
No, but every player that goes to Ohio State into the NFL has great success. Travion Henderson with the Patriots, Jackson Smith from Seattle Seahawks. He had the most receiving yards this year. So all they do is win. They play great football. So I'm going to go with the Houston Texans on this one. That's my matchup for the second round. Denver, Houston. Honestly, I'm going to go with the home field for this one.
Little fun fact, by the way. No Ohio State quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl.
Hey, maybe Stroud will be the first. You never know. I'm going to go with the home field in this one. And I think that altitude is going to make a difference. We've seen it in the past with a lot of teams. And I think Bo Nix has a lot to prove. He wants to win. And I really like the way he's been playing down the stretch.
It's going to be freezing up there, too.
It's going to be freezing, too. Like, not just cold the way it is on the East Coast, but it's going to be freezing, especially towards the later half of January. I'm going with Denver on this one. I really am. I like the way they've been playing.
Low-scoring game.
Yeah, this is going to be a close game down to the wire. New England Patriots versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I believe the Patriots have what it takes to win. I truly do. I'm not going against Dave or his instincts or his bias. I think they do come out on top with the win in this matchup if it were to happen. But for my bracket, I've been saying it the last few weeks, I'm not going against the Jaguars. I'm not. I'm just not.
Don't back yourself up, bro. This is your pick. I don't want to hear later you saying, "Oh, but I said the Patriots are going to win. The Patriots are going to win. I truly believe the Patriots are going to win." And now you're picking the Jags because you do this all the time.
What I'm saying is if this matchup were to happen and you put in all the circumstances, the cold weather, this and that, I think the Patriots have that home field advantage and do come out with the win. I'm not backtracking.
Then you should pick them.
I just think Jacksonville's the hottest team right now. They're
No, you got to pick who you think is going to win that matchup.
I think it will be the Jaguars.
All right, then.
They're the hottest team. I'm not.
The crazy part is Jacoby Myers' revenge game.
Yeah, and I'm not. Yeah, I think the Patriots could win, but I'm not going against the Jaguars. So my pick. I ain't gonna post any clips saying, "Oh, I said the Patriots." No, Jacksonville. Let's go to the NFC side. For some reason, if you look at this team, they look like they're a dominant team, but then in some aspects they look like they could lose a big game. And I don't think the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams are just there yet. They're not. So I'm going to go with Green Bay. They have the experience. Jordan Love's been there before. Matt LaFleur's been there before.
I know they lost Micah Parsons, but their defense isn't horrible.
No, it's not. It's not horrible one bit. They still have good players. Philly and San Fran. It's a game that could go either way.
I think so.
It's a game that could go either way, but Philly's been a mess this year. They've been very inconsistent. They have a lot of drama in that locker room. Barkley didn't play great this year. Jalen Hurts didn't play great this year. You know, just recently there was a game where he threw for 0 yards. So
0 yards in the second half.
Yeah, so how are they going to perform against a team like the San Francisco 49ers, honestly?
And then I think they had 40-something total yards that second half?
Something like that.
Insane stat.
So I'm going with the Niners on this. They could have been the 1 seed. They could have, but they're not. They got to start on the road. Rams, Panthers. I want to say this is a game that could go either way, but it can't. Matthew Stafford's been the best quarterback all year long. He has great receivers. They put up the points. I don't think the Panthers can do it against the Rams.
No, I don't think the Panthers could put up enough points to beat the Rams. That's the problem.
Yeah. Because if the Panthers put up like 20, that's not going to be enough. They're going to need to put up like 30, 35 against this team. Seahawks, Packers, I'm going to go with the number 1 seeded Seattle Seahawks. For some reason, when they play in Seattle in the playoffs, everything just goes their way. So I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks on this one. Now,
that's another one where they put up the points.
Yeah.
And they drive the clock.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Yeah. I don't know, bro.
It's going to be a tough postseason. It really is.
It's a very random postseason. It's a postseason where at this moment there is no true, clear, obvious winner.
Yeah, for the first time ever.
Because like past, you could say, okay, the Chiefs are gonna win this year.
Oh yeah.
Okay, at least the Bills are gonna make it far this year because they look really good. Okay, the Eagles look real good. But this year, it's been all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't be surprised if a team like the Jaguars win it all, coming in, what are they, the 4 seed?
3.
The 3 seed, and win it all because it's just been that crazy of a season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like, who do you pick? This game could go either way, too. And honestly, just because I've been sticking with them all year, too, I want to go with the Rams. I'm going to go with the Rams to come out on top and win this game against the San Francisco 49ers because I feel like the Niners could be inconsistent here and there. But when you look at the receivers, you look at the quarterback, I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah, I feel like the 49ers have lost too much. Purdy's played well, but he's, inconsistently. He'll get hurt, come back. He won't look good, and then he looks great. And I truly believe they do have a great system over there because we saw Mac Jones take over, and they still played well. So I do believe they got a good system over there. I just think the Rams edged them.
Yeah, so that's my final 4.
It's not a bad final 4. That's almost like mine. If you would have picked the Patriots, it would have been exact.
Yeah, it would have been exact. All right, let's start with the AFC side. So, weeks ago, the Jaguars went into Denver and they won. Mm-hmm. Now, the question is, are they going to be able to do the same thing in the cold? I think they can. I've been talking about Jacksonville for the last few weeks, and I think everybody's underestimating them. No one is giving Jacksonville a chance. Honestly, no one's giving them a chance. And I think this is the year where they just sweep on by everybody. I truly believe. I feel like they're under the radar. Like, yeah, you got the Patriots, who could be the better team on paper. Yeah, you got the Broncos, who could be a top team. Yeah, you got the Seahawks, the Rams. But I just feel like the Jaguars are that team that no one's talking about, in all honesty.
There was a stat that no long-hair quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl either.
I saw that. But I got them going to the Super Bowl.
I could see it. I mean, listen, like we've both said, I don't think Denver is a great team. I think they've been skidding by with their defense. But if they're not able to put up those points, they're not going to win. And I don't think they're able to put up points.
Makes sense. All right, NFC title game, Seattle versus the Rams. Another game that's going to be a fun game to watch, and it could go either way. But I think Sam Darnold has been proving a lot of people that he could be a good quarterback. We saw it last year with Minnesota. We're seeing it this year with the Seahawks. I did not think the Seahawks would be 14-3. I did not think they would be the number 1 seed. I thought it would be the Rams. But when you look at that last regular season matchup between the Rams and the Seahawks they're playing good football, and they're playing great football at the right time. And to have a home game in Seattle for the NFC Championship, I think Seattle has the edge in this one. I truly do.
I've got this weird feeling that whoever Seattle goes up against, right, Sam Darnold's going to get hurt. Just a weird feeling. But I think he's going to come off that field limping.
It's possible. Postseason football.
Yep.
So
If there was one quarterback to pick out of all those quarterbacks to get hurt, Sam Darnold. I mean, it's just a weird gut feeling, but don't be surprised.
So yeah, that's my Super Bowl. And I've been saying
I know who you're going with.
I'm going with Jacksonville. I'm not going against that.
You know, I'm not mad at it. I'm definitely not mad at it. That team has turned around big time. And
yeah,
I keep saying it. I've told you guys when Jacoby Myers got sent over there that team was going to be different. He was going to be that number one wide receiver, and that's what he's become. My problem is Brian Thomas Jr. going to step up as well, because he hasn't stepped up all much this season, and that's why they brought Jacoby in, and he took that number one spot. Brian Thomas Jr. can step up and be a threat on that field as well as Jacoby Myers, because we know that their backfield with ETN is good.
Yeah.
So they need that extra wide receiver. They're going to need Brian Thomas Jr. to step up to win this Super Bowl.
But yeah, I'm going with Jacksonville. I've been saying it. I'm not going against it.
I'm not mad at it. I'm definitely not mad at it, because if I didn't pick my Patriots, I'm going to tell you what, Jacksonville is that close second runner-up.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this for a while. I think the AFC side is a little better than the NFC side to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't see the NFC winning it.
Yeah, I truly can't see it. I don't know what it is. They haven't played. They've been playing inconsistently, so I think the AFC side is definitely that side to go.
Yeah, I think it's going to come out to the AFC.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot of good teams. But yeah, that's my bracket. Jaguars, Super Bowl 60 champs. And they'll have the advantage playing in the warm weather in San Fran, so at Levi Stadium.
For sure. For sure.
So let's go to our final regular season MVP.
Here we go, baby.
I know you're going to say Drake May.
Of course.
And honestly, I know I've been saying Matthew Stafford all year long. But I think I have to give it to Drake May. And this saying, oh, he's going to backtrack and be like, see, I said it.
It's backtracking.
No, I still think Stafford comes out on top. But after talking to Mendoza, I agree with you in some aspect.
Well,
because,
listen, if we're going to go off of stats, right? All Stafford has is touchdowns and passing yards. Okay. Completion percentage goes to May. Net yards attempts goes to May. Total turnover percentage goes to May. Success rate goes to May. Offensive EPA goes to May. Like, his passer rating is better. His QBR is better. He's playing with less weapons over there. So this is why I advocate for May. And yes, everybody's going to say, well, you're a Patriots fan. You're going to advocate for May. But truthfully, if you look at it, he's played with nobody. Now, if I had to pick anybody else, Stafford would be close second and Herbert would be third. And the only reason I pick Herbert over Trevor Lawrence and all these other guys is because Herbert's played with so many different offensive lines and still pulled out wins. That's what people don't understand. If that doesn't make you a MVP caliber player to play with like 50 different offensive lines and still win games, then I don't know what's going to make you the most valuable player on your team. So, like I said, I do think Drake May should win it. I think Stafford is a tight race. Will I be mad if Stafford won? Obviously not. He's played just as good football as Drake May. But at the end of the day, I think Herbert's name should have been put in there as well.
Well, Steiner says Sam Darnold should be MVP.
I mean, you could argue it. You could definitely argue it. Listen, I'm not gonna go say that. Well, let's look at the teams they played, because at the end of the day, they're all NFL players, and the Patriots had an easy schedule, but the Patriots also had a 0.9% chance at the beginning of the season to win the AFC Championship, below the Jets. They also had, I think, the over under for their wins was like 8.5, and they got 14 out of it. So I think if you want to put Sam Darnold in there and argue it, hey, we might get surprised, and it might not be Drake May, and it may not be Stafford, it might be Sam Darnold.
Yeah, there's always that surprise.
Yeah, but it's always the talk of the town and who people are talking about, and Sam Darnold hasn't been talked about much this month. Well, this season.
I mean, he made a difference on Pittsburgh. I mean, Seattle, and the difference between Seattle and Minnesota this year.
Yeah.
But I want to go with, this is why I want to say I'm going with Drake May, even though my pick is still Stafford. You talk about MVP, right? Valuable, who's important to that team. And I have a lot of respect for Tom Brady. I think he's the greatest quarterback ever. Agree to disagree with that? Tom Brady made a lot of his receivers big names. Danny Amendola.
You sound like me over there.
Julian Edelman. But it's true. Realistically, it's true. When you think of Amendola, you don't think of him as a big receiver.
Even Gronk, because Gronk got picked after Aaron Hernandez.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, we all knew Gronk was a big guy, but at the end of the day, who would have thought that Gronk would have been the way he is, that dominant of a player?
Yeah. Like, you look at Hunter Henry. No one thought of Hunter Henry as a big name.
Yeah.
Drake May is making him a big name. So if you want to go by like who's valuable, then yeah, if you want to go with that term valuable, you'll go with Drake May. If you're going with the best player, Matthew Stafford. So it's going to be a tough vote. All right, Mikey wants to know who we going in college.
Tough.
I don't think college matters anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State's not in there, so that's why Dougie has his head down to show off his Ohio State hat.
But I want to see Ole Miss win. I think that's a good storybook.
I think between the Miami Ole Miss matchup, I think Ole Miss has the edge. A lot of people have been talking about it. Mendoza is that guy right now. He'll get you the wins.
Indiana.
And then what was that?
Indiana. Ugh.
Yeah. I think Mendoza's that guy, so I think they're gonna win it. But
are you saying that because it's your last name?
No, I think he's that. I think he's the best quarterback coming out of that college football playoffs. But the second best guy is going to be Moore. So I think Miami beats Ole Miss.
I guess you could say that.
I think Miami wins.
See, but here's the thing. They beat Miami. They beat a depleted Ohio State team when you look at it. They beat a depleted Ohio State team who lost four of their top guys to the NFL. They lost their starting quarterback, Will Howard.
How many wins did you have? How many wins did Ohio State have this season without those three guys?
12, but they didn't make a bigger impact in the playoffs like Will Howard did last year. Emeka Egbuka, Travion Henderson. So it's a big difference. Big difference.
I don't want to hear it. I think Miami is one of those sleeper teams. Moore is going to come into the NFL, or he might go back because I hear his rumors saying that he might go back for another year just so he doesn't get drafted by the Jets. But he's one of those development quarterbacks that can be good down the road. I think in college right now, Miami is that second best quarterback in the college football playoffs. So give me Miami today.
So I was just reading a tweet online. If the NFL playoffs worked the same way as the college football playoff, where it's based on the committee,
Oh wait, and I'm wrong. Is it more in Oregon?
Yeah, more's on Oregon.
So I'm definitely wrong. My college football's brain is all messed up.
If there's a team that missed the playoffs, who would you put in?
If a team, wait, what do you mean?
Because someone posted on Twitter, like if the
College
NFL,
football?
no,
Right.
if the NFL playoffs work the same way as the college playoffs, what team would you put in there?
All right, so you would have to pick one team from the AFC, one team from the NFC.
Yeah, because I think Minnesota could be that sleeper team. They ended the season on a 5-game win streak.
It's tough for me. That's tough for me. Oh man. Looking at all the teams.
Because a lot of good teams missed out.
I wish their defense was a little bit better. I would probably put the Cowboys in there.
Yeah, everyone's looking at the Cowboys this year as like a terrible team. I don't think they really played that bad. I think Dak did enough for them to win. But early on in the season, their defense disappointed them.
Yeah. Dak, listen, and I got a hot take. I've been asking everybody around.
All right,
Dak
let's hear it.
is I don't think he's a horrible quarterback.
I don't think so either.
I think that the Cowboys have just given up on him. I think the Cowboys want to rebuild with somebody else. So my hot take was you trade Dak Prescott, get rid of his big contract, get rid of him, which he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, he's not bad.
And you trade him for Joe Burrow. Now, you would hate that because Joe Burrow would be a Cowboy.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
But tell me that wouldn't be a perfect trade for those two teams. It's like the Stafford Goff trade back in the day.
Burrow to the Cowboys.
So you trade Dak Prescott, who's been healthy most of his career, towards the end, for Joe Burrow, who's been hurt, but still shines. Now you put Joe Burrow behind a good offensive line with great route runners, because I think Burrow strives with route runners.
He does.
While Dak strives with the guy that runs straight up the field and catches the ball.
He does. Yeah.
So Joe Burrow with CeeDee Lamb and Pickens over there would be a threat, while Dak with Jamar Chase going straight up the sideline is another threat. So you trade those two teams, those two players.
Yeah, but here's the thing: could Cincy afford his contract?
That's the big problem, because they would be a higher cap. So you would have to get rid of what's his name, defensive player. Damn it, what's his name that plays over there?
Hendrickson?
Yes.
We got a comment from Drust, and it won't happen. If that happens, he would buy a Joe Burrow Cowboys jersey. Absolutely not. I'll never wear a Philly jersey, Cowboy jersey, Washington jersey. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, listen, to me, it makes the most sense out of if you were going to trade two quarterbacks and swap them around, because nobody wants Tua.
Yeah, you can't. Who's going to acquire Tua?
I don't think anybody acquires Tua unless you're desperate. I debate the Raiders, maybe the Raiders.
Yeah, like a desperate team would get Tua.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a team that wants to develop a quarterback. I mean, don't send them to New York, because that turf over there is going to kill the guy.
Yeah, Tua's career, it's not the same, and I don't think it's going to get better.
Yeah, I don't see him being anything more than a average quarterback and a great backup at this point of his career. So I don't see a trade for him happening anytime soon unless they just let him go. Or unless Harbaugh goes over there and sees something different.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, who's willing to trade? I mean, unless you're giving around first round picks, I think that would be the best bet for both teams. Would be the best bet for Cincy and Dallas. At the end of the day, is to swap those two players.
I mean, it does make sense, but that cap is going to kill Cincy. So, from a business side of it, it doesn't make sense.
I know there's a website where you can trade players and you can see the cap space.
Oh yeah, what's that? I know the website you're talking about.
Yeah, you could like trade players and see where the cap space
Is it cap friendly?
I don't remember.
Because I know people use it for like the NHL when like the Devils have to get free agents or something. It might be capfriendly.com.
Let's see, cap friendly. Over the cap?
No, it's cap friendly.
I don't think it's cap friendly because let me see. Cap friendly.
Cap
I
friendly.
don't even see a website. I only see apps.
Oh, it was okay. So it was a Canadian hockey website, and it's off the internet.
So NFL salary cap. Let's see. Can we trade on this?
Because that would be a good move for the players, but for the front office, nah.
Let's see. But next season it looks like the Cowboys might be over the cap.
I could see Dak going to the Jets. I think that would be a great spot for him. But other than that, I don't see Dak going to Cincinnati.
Well, let's look. Let's look at Burrows versus Dak's. Let's see. Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott trade. Are you able to move it? Dak has no trade clause in his contract. Trading Prescott before June 1st would create a huge dead cap hit for Dallas, making it financially difficult.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't have the cap. And since he's paying their two receivers, Higgins and Chase. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the Doug Saravo Show, which is brought to you by Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. Dougie and Mendoza, every Thursday, 3 p.m. It's our sports show. Starting in February, it is Conversations with Dougie. We have a few pre-recorded episodes ready to be released, so we're looking forward to releasing those to you.
Well, I've also asked a Cowboys fan this, and they love the trade.
Big Al?
No. Bill. Yeah, Bill from shipping. Old man Bill.
Oh, I didn't know he likes Dallas.
Yeah, he's a Cowboys fan.
Seems like everybody in America is a Cowboys fan.
That's how it is.
Yeah, it's like, and it's weird. I don't know if it's a 90s things, but you got Steelers fans, you got Cowboy fans. It's weird.
So let's see. The Cowboys right now, cap space. Can I find them? ABC. Where's Dallas? Where's Dallas? Are they not here? Okay. The Bengals cap space for next season is 58,000.
1,000?
So their available cap, 58 million. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you only have 58,000?
58 million in cap space. Where's Dallas at?
And what's the cap?
Their active cap?
Like, what's the cap? What's the league spending?
Okay, so I don't know what the league spending is. Let's see. I'm trying to find them again.
Because if it's at 60, then they only have $2 million to spend.
Let's see. NFL active cap. So the base salary is $295.5 million. That's the base salary cap, and they're at right now $243.5 million. Then you got the Cowboys. The Cowboys are over cap. They got to actually cut players.
Yeah, Cowboys
They're $40 million over cap.
Cowboys are in a hole.
Yeah, but Burrow's contract's worth less than Dak's, so you would save money. Some
you would, but since he can't acquire Dak,
let's see what the pay is for them.
That's the thing. Since he can't acquire Dak, the Cowboys might be able to acquire Burrow because you swap the contract. But since he can't take Dak, they can't afford him.
Yes, they would.
There's no way.
Dak making $60 million a year. Burrow's making $55 annual.
So that's $5 more million that they're taking on.
So Dak's contract's estimated at $240 million. Average annual is $60 million. Burrow's actually $275 million that he signed in 2023, but his average is $55 million.
Yeah, he was the highest at the time.
Yeah, and he's got $219 million guaranteed money, while Dak has $231 million.
Yeah.
So
good luck.
I think the Bengals would still be able to afford Dak.
Yeah, I just can't picture Joe Burrow in a Dallas uniform. I can't.
So do you think just Joe Burrow just stays with them?
I think he stays in Cincinnati. That's where his heart is. You could tell he loves being there, and he don't want to be traded or released.
I don't know. He said he's not having fun. So
that was a month ago. Things could change. Maybe they draft a good tackle.
If he gets traded, you buy that Burrow jersey.
To Dallas?
Hell yeah.
No.
Hell yeah.
No.
Hell yeah. You do that, bro.
Did you buy a Tom Brady Bucks jersey?
Of course not. I'm not a Bucks fan.
But you're a Brady guy.
I'm a Patriot fan.
But you're a Brady guy.
Once Brady left the Patriots, he's gone.
But that's your boy.
As a Patriot.
But that's your boy. That's your quarterback.
Nah, fuck that guy when he went to Tampa.
That's your favorite player.
Fuck the Tom Brady Tampa Bay Buck.
So you weren't rooting when it was Chiefs and Bucks. You weren't rooting for the Bucks?
I didn't care who won. If it wasn't my Patriots, I didn't care who won.
So you didn't want Brady to cement his legacy as the GOAT?
He had already cemented his legacy as a GOAT. He just took it up another notch to say that there's nobody catching me now.
Makes sense.
I mean, in reality, if you look at it, Tom Brady's run with the Patriots solidified him as the GOAT. When he went to Tampa Bay was, okay, I'm the GOAT, but I'm going to take it up a notch and do a side quest so that when somebody else comes, they have to do something spectacular in order to pass me.
Yeah.
So I've always thought that Tom Brady was the GOAT when he played in New England because, I mean, he had basically like 2 great seasons over there when he was playing.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And then when he went to Tampa Bay, it was just a side quest for him.
And before we wrap up, I think that's what Aaron Rodgers tried to do. Is like, look at me, I can help another franchise, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, I think Rodgers should have retired when he was with Green Bay, dealing with all that stuff. I also do think that it was the worst decision to go sign to the Jets. Here's the hot take. If Aaron Rodgers would have signed anywhere else, he probably would have been right behind Tom Brady as one of the great quarterbacks because he probably would have played a better season. But he decided to go to New York Jets, the worst team in football, and play on the worst field possible, get hurt game 1, and then his stock just dropped.
Yeah, and he said, bring all my receivers over.
Yeah, which made him selfish.
Yeah, I want Lazard. I want Cobb. I want Adams. Bring them all over.
Yep.
And
he did absolutely nothing.
He did nothing with them. And the one thing I hate about Rodgers, and you said it too, is when they do the tush push and he's standing there, hands in the pockets. Look at me. I'm Aaron Rodgers.
That thing just drives me nuts because I don't care what anybody says. Take the damn guy off the field. Put somebody back there that can help with the tush push instead. There is no reason at all that a guy should be standing there doing absolutely nothing while everybody's putting their body online.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, I get it. Maybe it was the head coach's, Mike Tomlin's decision. Maybe it was Rodgers' decision. But there is no point of you being back there if you're gonna do nothing.
Yeah, I hate the tush push in general, but when you have Rodgers just standing there watching, makes no sense to me.
Yeah, give me that. Give me a halfback. Give me something. Give me a tight end.
Yeah, fullback.
Something back there.
Fullback.
You can get an extra, push forward. Don't have just a waste of space standing in the backfield with his hands in his pockets. And when they do get the first down, he just throws his hands up like this. Come on.
I hate that. So I want to get to delusional dress quick. And you always forget Rodgers on the Jets had the worst coach he knew. He was not pulling that shit with Tomlin. Correct. But Aaron Rodgers wanted Nathaniel Hackett over. They brought Nathaniel Hackett over to please his ego. They could have brought in their own coach, but Rodgers said, give me Hackett.
Yeah, I don't listen. Worst decision ever. Worst decision for a quarterback. And I get it. The Jets are rebuilding. I think Stephen A. Smith is an idiot for saying don't go to the Jets. Truthfully, the Jets are there. They just haven't found their right niche. And it's crazy because you look at it, Jets have turned head coaches left and right.
Yeah.
It's like they don't believe in anybody over there.
Mm-hmm.
You need to bring somebody in that's going to take charge, run, bring in the right, just the same way Vrabel did when he came to New England. They brought Josh McDaniels back in, knowing that he's a great offensive coordinator. When Vrabel got over there, people followed.
Yeah.
The problem is you're not putting people on the Jets head coaching staff where people are going to be like, well, I love playing for that head coach. Let me go with him. Let's make a difference now. You're putting in positions of people that were defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators, people that have made a run with a certain team but haven't solidified their name. The Jets at this point are not a team to put a defensive coordinator back there, put an offensive coordinator back there. You need to put a head coach that knows what he's doing first.
Yeah.
Once you get a head coach that knows what he's doing and can build a roster, maybe later down the road, you can play the defensive coordinator coming out to play the head coach role, the offensive coordinator coming out to play the head coach role.
Mm-hmm. Like everyone wants to blame the Jets, but Aaron Rodgers specifically wanted to go to the Jets. He could have said, "Nah, I'm not. Trade me to whatever team."
Trade me to the Raiders at that time.
Yeah, but specifically, Aaron Rodgers wanted to go to the Jets. Aaron Rodgers wanted Alan Lazard over there, Randall Cobb over there, Mercedes Lewis over there. He wanted his top receivers. He wanted his offensive coordinator from Green Bay in the Jets. They brought him over. So of course, the Jets aren't that great of a team, but I don't fully blame the Jets organization for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers basically said, hey, I'm going to the Jets or I'm going to hide in my dark space.
He kind of did what Russell Wilson did when he went to Denver.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson went over there and said, I'm going to call the plays. I'm going to be the guy. And he proved what everybody knew was he was a system quarterback and he needed a system to tell him what to do. He couldn't do it himself. Then Rodgers went over to the Jets and said, listen, I'm your guy. I'm going to take control. Listen, he got head coaches fired.
Yeah.
So do I think that the Jets head coaches were horrible? No. I think that Rodgers played a big role in that team being on a downfall still.
Yeah, because even when Robert Saleh got fired, they were like 2-3. They weren't playing bad football. Then they fired him. Jeff Ulrich took over, and they went like 1-9. So I don't think Saleh's a bad coach. He's a great coordinator, great defensive coordinator. The Niners are 12-5 this year, so you got to give credit to him for that. But yeah, I can't.
And they had 5 wins last season.
They went from 5 wins to 12. So I can't just sit here and just blame the Jets organization for Aaron Rodgers. I just can't.
Yeah, I truly believe that Rodgers made that team worse when he brought him over, because it was a spectacle over the whole time that they were trying to figure out if Rodgers was actually going to sign or not. It was a big spectacle over there. And then when he did get finally signed, he was like, bring this person, made it more of a spectacle. And then when he actually got on the field, he got hurt first play.
Yeah. And how many episodes did we have to do talking about Aaron Rodgers, Dave?
There were so many episodes because, Jets fans wanted to win now, and they didn't even win nothing with him.
Yeah, that's all Jonathan wanted. We're in win now mode.
That's the problem is that Jets fans have to realize that you are in full rebuild mode, and you have to do full rebuild mode, which means that you have to clean front office, you have to clean head coaching, and you have to start all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Bring in a head coach, bring in a new GM, bring in players. You got the second pick in the draft. Okay. Go out there, find somebody, whether it's an offensive lineman or whatever, rebuild. Just like the Raiders. The Raiders have the number 1 pick. Okay. You got Ashton Genty last season. He's a star. I mean, he's good in that backfield. You still haven't found a quarterback, so you're probably going to go out there and draft Mendoza.
Yeah, I agree.
So the Jets need to come to the realization that, hey, we need to rebuild, so let's start with the right pieces in place. I think Harbaugh would be great over there.
Oh, yeah, that's a good possibility.
I think Harbaugh would be great.
Yeah, I don't think the Jets are far off. I don't think the Raiders are far off. I think Geno passed his prime. I think Pete Carroll benefited from having a great defense in Seattle, kind of like Russell Wilson benefited from that.
I also feel like if I'll finish with this, I also feel like that if the Jets do not find a big name head coach that's known for winning, they're just going to be in the same position they were last season and the season before.
Yeah, that's why with the Giants, I want them to go out and get like a John Harbaugh, maybe a Kevin Stefanski. He's been a playoff coach. Don't do the same bullshit that you did with Pat Shurmur, Joe Judge, Brian Dable, whoever they brought in. Go out and get someone experienced. I would have taken Tomlin. I definitely take Harbaugh now that he's available. Don't be stupid. Bring in the right guy.
Nim, for sure.
As always, yeah, we got to fire Joe. He's been a clown.
Yeah.
It's funny. The more you watch these documentaries, you see the Saquon Barkley documentary. They mistreated Barkley, and he went to the Eagles to say, "F you, Joe. I'm getting my Super Bowl. I'm going to be treated with respect."
Yep.
Because even in that documentary, Barkley said, "Hey, if you think I'm valuable, give me what I want. I want to just negotiate and see what we could do." Because he even said, "Guys, if you're not going to do this, then trade me." And Joe and Mara kept saying, "Barkley, we can't do that. You're valuable for us." But look how you guys treated him. So, Giants got a clean house.
That's the market.
Giants got a clean house. Jets got a clean house. Us New York fans, we really don't have hope because the Mets, who knows what they're doing. Islanders are on the rise. Devils, I mean, Yankee fans have something, but, it's been tough for New York the last 15 years. We talk about this great market for sports, but really nothing.
We bust each other's chops all the time, talking about the Yankees, all the Mets, all this, the Giants, the Jets. But at the end of the day, the Tri-States had it horrible.
Yeah, there's nothing really to show for it.
Yeah, and I think they need to listen to Truthfully, I think they need to listen to the fans a little bit more too, because I mean, the fans, you get a lot of the fans that agree with certain things.
Yeah.
So I definitely do think that it's time for change. They need to do a big clean of house.
Yeah, you could even say the same thing for the Yankees and Boone. We really haven't had a championship in New York, Dave.
Yeah.
As much as I hate the Yankees, if the Yankees won the World Series, I'd kind of be happy because I could be like New York against the world when I sing my Empire State of Mind song on the cruise. But that's the only reason why I'd be happy. But we need New York to win.
For sure.
All right, Dave, enjoy the games this weekend. Enjoy the college games tonight if you watch, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, as always, Dougie and Mendoza every Thursday, 3 p.m.